All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I did myself, and I'm excited to get back to the charts today. So let's talk about Bitcoin because the last video I came out with here on YouTube, I don't know if a lot of people liked it, but I said I don't think Bitcoin's going to be as bullish as some of you guys think coming up here. And what I called was that we were going to basically have a false breakout on a bull flag. So what I specifically showed everyone was that I expected this bull flag here, the impulse move up, which was part of the reverse head and shoulders with a descending channel move down here. It's kind of a descending wedge pattern. I said that I believed we could see some movement up here, but this was going to fail and actually turn back over. And I don't think we're going to get aggressive like we're going to head to 73,000. There is a prophetic dream that I feel like I've had, and I've been mocking these up since April 1st until the current date, and there's been about 8 of them. Guys, I could be wrong. Every dream I've had since April 1st has come true. With that said, I'm only about 80% accurate in the dreams that I've had about cryptocurrency. And if you guys are like, who is this guy? I bring the Lord into my life. Okay. I ask the Lord for wisdom, and he gives me what I believe are some prophetic dreams about the markets. And I share that in our membership, and you guys can sign up there to see that if you want. But I'm kind of expecting that could be coming true. And I feel like what I'm seeing on the back end with our metrics of looking at where institutional money is flowing versus where retail trader money is flowing, I don't see large accumulations right now to give us the permission slip to really push into crypto heavy. We're not even close to being done with the 4-year cycle yet. And when you kind of know those charts, I'll actually flick through him here in a second. We still have lower lows to go, I believe. So here's what I think is going to happen here. Bitcoin, I'm on board if Bitcoin tries to push back up here and get a little bit higher. There is a long-term resistance that sits here that I think people need to pay attention to, and it's right at about $68,000. And from what I'm seeing, I think we'll probably lose momentum, maybe get a break and retest at 63.6, maybe push back up. But I kind of think this run is going to lose steam, and we're not at the bottom of the market yet. I think we still have some further lows to go, and those lows would push us to 57,000 down to 52,000. Now, these lines here, let me show you guys what I'm connecting here so you can understand where these are coming from. I have a fractal pattern I'll talk about maybe another video. These are the lines that I'm pulling. So just so you guys know that these are very strong support lines on the chart, and they should be respected. It is a 11% drop from where we're currently at to the first strongest support line. The long-term support, you need to know this, the long-term support on Bitcoin from this bear market cycle is sitting around 52,000. That is an 18.45% drop from where we're currently at. Now, with your altcoins, you need to anticipate roughly about a 1.5x on that. So we could be looking at maybe 15 to 16. In some cases, you could do 2x, so maybe 20 to, I don't even want to say it out loud, maybe potentially 38 to 40% drop if we get altcoins to do a 2x, which is not uncommon on a move back down. So what we've been doing, and what I've been showing our members, is we actually took some of our XRP and actually took some out of the market and put it into buy limits, bolstering it up. Because I think, actually, I'll touch on XRP here now. I think XRP is going to go below $1. I know a lot of people are talking about, no, XRP is not going to go below $1. It's going to hold up. I kind of anticipate that XRP is probably going to break down below support, and it's going to see moves back down. Okay. There is a study that I've done here. Let me go like this. Let me turn this on. I'll show you guys something. Let me turn back on this yellow circle I had here, and then I'm going to turn this on. You guys will be able to see the study. So watch this. I'll give you guys a little bit of member-only content just today, okay? So when you look at the 300-day moving average, and you look at how XRP is drawn down below this in every bear market, what do you guys notice? Well, back here in 2020, we drew down 48% below the 300-week. Then we saw this happen again around the 2022. We had a 35.79% drawdown again under the 300, okay, underneath the 300-day, okay. I'm sorry, it's the 300-week. It's the 300-week MA is what it is, okay. Now, if you look at where XRP is currently at, and you jump on board just for a second here with the theory that XRP has always hit this level, this moving average, and gone down, you're looking at an average drawdown of 41.23% from where we're currently at, which, again, you hear me say this a lot. This has happened every bear market cycle. So is it possible, or I'll say this, I'm at least getting prepared for potentially 61 cents to be on the future price action for XRP. Okay, I know that we have the stock market being tokenized in October, and I do think XRP has a potential to run the rails there. And so I'm watching that very carefully. If the buy limits that we basically took a chunk out of our XRP, placed them into buy limits, if we get closer to October, I will probably take some of those buy limits and push them into the market just so I have a little bit more exposure in case XRP is used to settle the rails behind the stock market when we eventually tokenize that. And that's actually happening, guys, in October of 2026. So be aware of that. So I wanted to show this to you guys. Also, one of the most important ways to actually time the bottoms of crypto and to make the most money in cryptocurrency, from my findings, is to actually have data to live market data on on-chain metrics. So we ended up coding the top 10 on-chain metrics for you guys to literally purchase on our Gumroad store, and I'll show you how to do that in a second here. They're very reasonable, okay? We're not charging like thousands of dollars for this. It is very reasonable. We've coded these metrics to be able to show you guys when you get a green background, this is typically where the bottom is in for every bear market cycle. And I'll flick through a few here. You guys can see this a little bit. We're giving you guys the opportunity to have this at your disposal. So when you're opening your TradingView charts in the morning, you can see from historical evidence where the bottom's expected to be. And when you start looking in the past and you're like, oh my goodness, how is it that every single time there's a green background, it seems the market's pumping? It's because these are on-chain metrics. That's how they're built. And so what we've done for you guys is we've coded all this into TradingView. So there's platforms online that you guys can go and you can view these, but none of them have them integrated into live data so you get updates by the second and you can set alerts on them. It's far more advanced than anything we've seen. So this is how you access this part here, okay? In the description of this video, there is a link to our indicators, our page. You're going to want to click on this, TradingView Metric Chart Suite. This is a little bit different than normal, okay? Yes, it is a $1,700 purchase for all of them, but please understand, this is not a one-time purchase if you don't want to make that. This is an a la carte. So if you guys want to come down here, you guys want to purchase the on-chain metrics, all they are is about $80 per chart. SLPR is just a little bit more. What you guys get with this is you guys actually are able to get all the on-chain data metrics on a live TradingView chart with alerts. This has not been done before, okay? This is pretty amazing. So you guys can come in here and choose whatever you want. You don't need to buy them all. If you guys just want to buy like a Bitcoin CBDD is a great one, click this, come down here and click, I want this. Okay, this is going to add it to your cart. If you want to come back over, click it again and say, I really want SLPR because Travis has proven to me time and time again, when that background goes green, it is time to get into the market. Not financial advice, but I have said that for myself. You can click, I want this. One last thing before I end this video. This is for those of you guys, look, if you're just trying to follow YouTube and you're looking for technical analysis, that's great. This is for people who are like, I want to take trading into my own hands. I want the best of the best tools. Here you go. We coded what we call extreme premium metrics, and you guys can read about them here. Again, it's linked in the description. We actually coded the macro liquidity tide to look at all the macro evidence needed to have the economy lined up to be a tailwind for crypto versus a headwind. Every time the background turns green here, cryptocurrency pumps as well as altcoins. That's never been coded before, okay? We also have a projection model tool that actually shows you where the projected price of Bitcoin and altcoins are expected to be based off the 4-year cycle on Bitcoin, which we've gone over in our membership. That's pretty insane, okay? That hasn't been coded either. You guys can purchase that. You get the source codes to all these. Market longs versus shorts is the craziest metric that we've coded that has been able to literally tell us what's happening behind the scenes, and we trade opposite of this. So when most market participants, you guys can see where my cursor is, when they're mostly going long in the market's crashing. When they're mostly short, the market's going up. When market participants are mostly long, it's going back down. It flip-flops, guys. When you guys as retail, I don't mean to be offensive here, but when you guys are leveraging up and your majority going long on your exchanges, the exchanges and the big whales are betting against you. I can see this because we actually know what's happening with long and short data. We track 10 different exchanges on this API. Again, this is a TradingView indicator on live data. You can watch it all the time. Put this on the 4-hour chart. Last but not least, we've got the market exposure, which I personally use to kind of give me a gauge if I'm getting into a coin or wherever the market's currently at. How much do I kind of want to expose to the market versus cash? Please understand this is not financial advice. It's just how we structured the model. Okay. Again, these are probably not for people who are just like, hey, I just want to look at technical analysis online. This is for people who are taking this seriously. I trade $1 million crypto portfolio, and I show you guys all of my buys and all my sells in our membership. So if you guys want to grab these and you guys are at that serious level, we are giving you guys the opportunity to purchase these now. Okay? That is tradeconfident.io underneath the indicators tab. Okay? The one last, I know I'm giving you guys a lot here. This is all linked in the description. The last thing I'll share with you guys is I just came out with an update this morning. If you go to the front page and you click on view recent updates and trades, I gave you guys an update on the AGQ trade that I didn't call it out to you guys because I'm not a signal provider, but I told you guys I was getting into AGQ the moment. Literally, it was probably less than 60 seconds after I got in. I did a post to all of you guys. That trade is up right now. We're up about $1,700 on that this morning. I think it's going to get very bullish, and I'll give you guys my target on that. I'm looking to target and make about $7,000 plus on that trade. Again, every buy and every sell I make is open to you guys. I share it to you because I let my journey of trading be open to the public. Okay, I'm not a signal providing service. I'm not your financial advisor. But I think this is fun for me to be able to share my journey with everyone. So 2 things you guys can do here. In the description, grab the indicators. You don't have to buy them all. Grab what you need. Put them on your charts. You receive them for life. Grab a membership if you would like, and you guys will be able to watch the future forecast as well as all the updates I do for all the trades that I enter and exit. Okay? I hope this really blesses you guys, and this was a video that, I hope finds some of you and you guys feel like, I've been looking for a community to be a part of, somebody to be honest, actually honest with their trades and show me real P&Ls and their tax returns. I did over $100,000 of profit in 2024. 2025, I did $311,000 of profit, and this year so far, I've done $198,000 of realized profit. Okay, and I keep it all open to all of our subscribers at TradeConfident.io. All right, guys, have a good one. Enjoy the indicators. I'll see you in the future forecast video on Wednesday, and make sure you guys don't miss the updates that I'm doing on all the trades that I make. All right, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys inside the membership. Bye, guys.